All right, guys, today's video is all about complimented fragrances of 2024. So all the fragrances that kind of got repeat attention and compliments from the people that I'm around a lot, but even from unsolicited compliments from just like strangers, or, I was away on a vacation once and somebody smelled me and they literally went to go buy the fragrance. This has happened multiple times to me by now. I have a lot of people that just like seem to want to talk to me, maybe the way I present myself as I'm moving through environments. The fragrances do a lot of the work too. They have to be able to project and perform at least to the point where someone else smells it on you. So yes, guys, compliments are fun. I don't care about them personally as much, but it is nice. What it means to me is that you're wearing something mass appealing, or at least something that smells good to other people without, bothering anybody's noses or any of that stuff. So scent of the day today is actually a compliment puller, Sacred Wood by Killian. My buddy actually gifted me this, so I'll be rocking this for a while now. This is one of my jiu-jitsu guys. Thanks, Ryan. I will be definitely putting this to the test more often, and so far really like this. I'm going to spray it on for the day. Here, I'm going to wear this today to work, see how she goes all day. But I sprayed it in my car multiple times overnight, and it just seems to stay there. Like when I got out to go to work, opened my door to my car, I just got hit with this really nice sandalwood scent. I can imagine this is going to garner some serious compliments. But that's just scent of the day. That doesn't even start the video yet. Pardon my lean, guys. I don't have an optimized setup yet. Let's go at number one. I've been told this is the best smelling fragrance that people have ever smelled. My best friends that were over, my fiance, and so on and so forth. Whenever I wear this, it just gets me crazy attention. This is Kenzo Homme EDP, not to be confused with Kenzo EDP. This is the Homme EDP. That bottle looks a little bit different than this. That one's good too, but I don't own it. I own this one. This is like very Invictus Aqua-like. This is very bright, uplifting, fresh. There is some florals in it, but it's mostly just an aquatic, soapy, blue kind of fragrance. Very generic, but done perfectly well and super good. Like, it performs all day, smells good constantly, doesn't really go through changes, very linear, but super duper compliments with this one, and you just smell clean as hell. And it's just what's not to love about this. This Kenzo Homme EDP is a sleeper. I don't think people talk about it enough. I discovered this on my own and just blind bought it because the bottle looked like a samurai sword a little bit to me, and I thought it was cool. Sprayer's interesting. It's kind of got this button. It's very fun to actually spray, and it just smells good. Oh yeah, great. It reminds me a lot of the Invictus Aqua clones and the Invictus Aqua DNA and the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue DNA a little bit, but it's soapier, fresher, juicier, and just more fresh and clean and louder, and it lasts really well as opposed to a lot of the other things that it competes with. So yeah, Kenzo, good job. This thing's awesome. Big compliment killer right there. That thing is just a no-brainer every single time. Who do I want to show you next? Ahmed Maghribi. I just recently did a fragrance inquisition of this. Gonna do more of those coming up where I use questions to lead the actual review. This one though, everyone's got to know about it by now. It's like Abercrombie and Fitch's Fierce twisted into their own take on it. Beast mode, guys. Beastly. Could be too much if you do too much. Super good. Freshy again. This time not soapy. Woodsy, aromatic, freshy. Very identifiable and nice smell. Masculine. Great deal right here, guys. It was like $30 again. Just super duper awesome. I love this fragrance. They could have gone a little bit cooler on the bottle. As I said, it looks like a baby toy of some kind. Like, it's got this like dinky plasticky cap, and the gold's flaking off around the atomizer and stuff. But when it comes to what it smells like and how it wears, compliments like crazy. It's almost guaranteed every time I wear this. People are like, "Oh, you smell so good." I don't even care that much about compliments, but these are just ones that it happens with, guys. Super duper easy to just please a room with this, and you could walk around very confidently knowing you probably smell the best out of everyone there. Let's talk about another one I just reviewed on the channel. If you want the detailed review, this is Boss Bottled Absolute. Okay, I didn't want to say it wrong because they also have Hugo Boss, and Boss. They're all three different lines, and that's their company's choice to split up the naming like that. I don't know why. This isn't actually called Hugo Boss. It's just Boss. Anyway, this is a sweet, mysterious, dark kind of fragrance. Mass appealing, almost like a dessert aspect to it as well. I got a whole review on it. Very, very nice, especially for winter and cool weather scent. Boss Bottled Absolute is very, very good. The cap is just kind of dinky, and the sprayer is decent. It's got this tiny little atomizer, kind of little... Oh, it smells good. It's almost like chocolatey, like a hot chocolate in a way, but then you have this whole other smoky resinous component in it. It's very unique, guys, for a designer. I'm very impressed with this. I did rate it very highly, and I did enjoy it a lot, so go see the review on that. But this one, I've had people compliment this and actually go buy it for their husbands. It's just that funny. Like, I'm standing there. Lady's like, what are you wearing? I'm like, look it up. I'll show you. She's like, no, I'm going to buy it right now. I'm like, all right, so pull it up. And she pulls it up, Bottled Absolute, buys it on the spot for her husband. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. You know, people really, really did like this one when I wear it. So I'll be continuing to wear it. I think I got the dent down to here already. So we're definitely breaking it in. But I have a lot of fragrances, so that means I've worn it a lot since I got it. Oh yeah, the dent is here, actually, guys. So we did pretty good. I'm going to blast through this bottle pretty quick. I really, really like it. It is a mass appealer in a different way. Not in like a fresh component, like generic mass appealing. It's sweet. It's a sweet, dark, very rich fragrance. So let's talk about a freshie that isn't generic. It is identifiable. When you smell this, you can smell Acqua di Gio. But this is the EDP, guys. And this is an unsung hero. This thing is unbelievably good. And this is the 200 ml. I got it in a rack store. And the rack store was flooded with these. Flooded. But I saw the 200 ml and I could not resist. It was $95 and so worth it, guys. Especially for you guys who like the Profumo and the vibe that brought. That kind of challenging, a little more challenging DNA to the Acqua di Gio DNA. This one takes it in the mineralic direction. It has this distinct kind of mineral smelling, aquatic, juicy, fresh. It's not going to be like right away a love. Some of you guys might not love this right away, but as soon as I sprayed this, I was like, wow, I can't believe I missed out on this, and nobody covers it enough. Acqua di Gio EDP is an unsung hero in the whole line. I like it better than Profumo, even though they discontinued it. I like it better than all the other ones. This one absolutely kills, and it's a compliment machine, and the performance does not balk. This thing's performance is sick, all right? I'm not sponsored by any of these people. I'm just telling you, this thing rocks. I like it a lot. I wear a lot of it. When I spray it, I just spray as much as I want. This thing can't go wrong. You can't overdo it. It is awesome, guys. Very, very unsung. They did a sick job on this, and I really, really like this Acqua di Gio EDP. Brought faith back to me for the Acqua di Gio house, because I was a little bit skeptical of, you know, what they're doing with the DNA. But if they got this in their back pocket, I can't imagine the potential they do have going forward to make some very, very different things. I'd say this is maybe the most challenging one in the whole line, too. It has that mineralic thing. Now, when I say that, though, that doesn't mean that it's not just like a perfect fragrance in its own right. It's perfect. I love it. It smells great for long periods of time, and it projects really far. For a freshie to do that, I'm impressed. I really, really do think that freshies that have power, just for me, that already scores them tons more marks, because that's just something I'm looking for. They have to compete with all my other fragrances, and if they just kind of fall limp, then I'm probably not going to reach for them, because I have other things that'll make it through my 9-10 hour work days. This thing does it for me, and it just is super duper easy to wear for me. I love it. It does have a mineralic kind of bitterness to it as well, which I do enjoy more. It makes it more interesting for me. Almost like they took a little bit more of a chance and didn't just make it generically mass appealing. They pushed it a little bit. And this did a great job pushing it. I love it. Acqua di Gio EDP is one that I'm going to buy another one as soon as I run out, and I get compliments, guys. And I get compliments with that freshie hours and hours later. Talk about Darley. Darley is awesome. It's just very expensive, so I won't recommend blind buying it, but it is a compliment horse. Just crazy compliment machine right here. Masculine deal, barbershoppy in the center, but sweet and smooth on the outside. It reminds me of La Mer a little bit. It reminds me of Reflection Man a little bit, and it's just some kind of mixture of all of that into its own really, really mass appealing, just beautiful, gentlemanly, multiple things you could do with this fragrance. I considered wearing it to my wedding, and I still am. This one is on the chopping block, maybe top 5, top 3 that I might wear to my own wedding. So it is right there, guys, and something that I really do like. The price on it is a little bit steep, so find good deals. Go smell it first. Don't blind buy it. But I sampled this, and I just was blown away at how much I loved it. It's just right up there. And now the movement for like generic, mass appealing, sweet scents is at an all-time high. Sweet is in. This has that. But it's so refined and nice and balanced, and just, it has so many nuances to it. I really enjoy this, guys. It's got this woody, kind of dry woods. Maybe it's sandalwood. It's got this barbershop DNA in it, where it's this fresh, handsome gentlemanliness. And then it's got this sweetness to it that is just so like smooth and just unique. And I really enjoy it, guys. I'd say the closest thing you can get is like original Lamel mixed with Reflection Man and maybe some barbershop kind of DNA. But it's really hard to say that definitively. This is a smooth operator right here. Very, very nice. And I get tons of compliments with that. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. Alexandria. I have 3 here from Alexandria. 3 made this list because they've consistently gotten me the hell yeah factor. Ruthless Aqua. I like this. This is an Invictus Aqua clone from them, or inspiration. I like this the same reasons I like the Kenzo that I showed you first. Same exact stuff I could say about this. Fresh, masculine, mass appealing, lasts a long time. It's got this like grapefruit kind of presentation and this aquatic kind of soapy freshness. Very blue fragrance. Stunner, kills, love it. Blind bought it, super happy about it. Compliment machine, very easy to wear. Ruthless Aqua, tearing through these now. Visionary, this is Alexandria's version of Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Juicy citrus, freshy, little bit of this woodsy kind of nuance to it. Juicy citrus and fresh. Just beautiful fragrance, guys. Bright, uplifting, very, very easy to wear, projects very nicely, especially those zingy notes that come out. They seem to reach out, and you have this aquatic nature to it. It's very, very nice, guys. Visionary is a keeper for me, and I'll probably get another version of this same thing. I'm gonna get another Visionary once I'm done with that, even though I do have Acqua Dubai, who also makes this list. Amber Oud by Haramain's Acqua Dubai. This thing, it's a difficult name, guys. Amber Oud, Haramain, Acqua Dubai. Look how much I used already. I haven't had it that long. And every time I wear it, lots of compliments. It's very similar to the last thing I just explained. It's another clone of Visionary or inspiration. This one diverts from it for sure. It does its own thing. And it's just a little bit more masculine and a little bit stronger. Well, I might say it's got a lot more cojones than all of the clones of Visionary. Clones of Imagination, or even the original Imagination. This one has way more gusto than the other ones, so it definitely is the most powerful of the group. It is the biggest smelling of the group, and I enjoy wearing it probably the most of the group, and I get an equal amount of compliments between this, the original sample that I use, and the Visionary right there. So they're all cloning the same thing. But yeah, this one is the most powerful of those groups, and this is probably one of the fragrances of last year that just totally deserves everything people say about it. That's good. It's just awesome, guys. Haramain's Amber Oud Acqua Dubai needs a mention. Ete Sauvage Elixir, Dior Sauvage Elixir in a different bottle. Very good. Maybe fresher, maybe lighter. Still the same kind of distinctive smell. It's going to smell, guys, exactly like Sauvage Elixir to you. It's super good. I'd say the original Sauvage Elixir's got a little bit more warm kind of density to it. This one doesn't have that same thing, but in the air, good luck trying to tell the difference, guys. Same thing, though. Love it. Super duper compliments. I've had people, like, stop me and be like, what is that? You just tell me what it is, please. And I'm like, no, I'm not telling you. And then they're like, please, I have to know. I'm like, all right, here. And I had the bottle on me, and I handed it to them, and they were like, no way, this is amazing. What's this? Alexandria. Wow, Sauvage Elixir. I'm like, yeah, go get it. It's really good. I've had girls, like, just be like, hey,
what is that? I gotta get that for my boyfriend, husband, whoever.
They love it. So Ete Sauvage Elixir, I heard about that from a different YouTuber, my friend BT Sense on YouTube. And basically anyone else who talks about it is just like, yep, it's really good. Get it. Love it. If you like Sauvage Elixir, you're going to like it. Creed's Green Irish Tweed. This thing kills every time I wear it. It is just refined. It is just perfect. Nothing is wrong with this fragrance. I love it. Performs perfectly. It's very classy, not overdone. Never feel like I'm overdone no matter how much I spray it. I love this sheen black bottle. It's my first and only Creed fragrance, and it's the only one that I really thought was worth the price. As of today, I do like the Creed's Aventus Absolute, which I would get, but I'm not feeling too crazy about spending $400-ish on that. So we're looking at Green Irish Tweed. Do love this. Full bottle here. Yeah, so just a beautiful fragrance, and you really want to know what you're getting into when you're buying something this expensive. So definitely extensively research and sample, and unless you have lots of money to throw away, don't blind buy stuff at this price range. It's not that fun, because if it's not good or if it's not perfect for you, it's just going to be a fail and a waste of money, and you might regret it. But by what I'm saying to you, this is all me. This fragrance is 100% just embodies like my vibe, my whole, how I want to present to the world. Like if I needed to be dressed up or family occasion or any occasion at all, anything that you want to do, I would wear this to an interview. Okay. It's perfect. It's great. Green Irish Tweed, especially in the cooler weather, nails it. And a lot of strong compliments with that one. Like, oh, John, you smell really good. Here's one that I didn't like when I first smelled it, and now it's on my most complimented list, because ever since I had it, every time I wear it, it's like, oh, you smell good. It's just kind of like this sweet fragrance. Just a sweet, easygoing, candy-like almost fragrance. But in like kind of a caramelly kind of way. It's almost like this very, like I've never smelled anything like this before. I know it's a generic kind of sweet smelling fragrance, but it reminds me of like if Grand Soir was its cousin. It doesn't smell like Grand Soir, but it has the same like herbal components. It has this other stuff going on. Mancera's just perplexed me with this one. I didn't like it the first time I smelled it. I even told people not to get it. Oops. It's actually really, really good for me. It took me a minute to really get into, though. I really had to wear this like 2 or 3 times, and then I was like, oh, about halfway through the wear, I was like, I get it now. It's like really this. And it presented the same way all day, but it lasts a long time. You get compliments on this. It's sweet, but it's also not overdone. It's mysterious because I don't quite understand it. It's kind of interesting how it smells like something, but I can't put a pin on it. And that's why I really like it personally. It keeps me wondering, like, what is this? And in a good way, it smells good. All right, it's not a bad smelling fragrance. There's nothing silver or blue about it, but I see why they named it that while I'm wearing it. It's just one of those ones, guys. It's a head scratcher for me in a good way, but it's definitely one of my favorite Manceras now. I wear it the most probably out of all of them that I have, besides Oud Lemon Mint, which I really do enjoy, but this one's more mass appealing and easy to wear to like every occasion. Since it's winter right now, I wear it a lot, but all year since I've had it, people have just been complimenting it. So yeah, Mancera Silver Blue gets compliments, which shocked me because I did not expect it. And then last place, no particular order though, we have Nishane's Wulong Cha, which was an entire saga in itself, me getting this bottle. If you guys were following me since the summer, I got ripped off on eBay with a fake one, and I had that. I actually put up a review of it, and I was like, oh, Nishane's Wulong Cha is really disappointing. It doesn't last. And other YouTubers were like answering me on my thing, and they were like, nah, man, it's supposed to last all day. You might have got a fake. And then once I got that, someone's like, oh, you probably got a counterfeit. So I looked into it, and it was a counterfeit. I actually have a video, if you scroll down on my channel, have a video comparing the fake counterfeit to this real bottle and all of the little tiny nuances that give it away. And it was a fun video to make. I got my full refund from eBay. But this Wulong Cha, Nishane's Wulong Cha, is really nice, calming tea fragrance. I've had people say strange things about it when you first spray it, like it smells like vegetables, which was kind of a funny thing because I do get a vegetable component. Like it does have this fresh cut kind of like green, just green vegetable kind of body to it. It has this like almost culinary body to it, but it does really go into this tea fragrance with this really gentle like sweetness, and it lasts, and it's a very, very nice citric fragrance as well. The citruses like on this are just like gentle. That's how I'd have to just say this fragrance. It's not a generic mass appealer at all. It's truly a niche fragrance. You know, the biggest flaw of this fragrance for me is that I was super excited to have it, wore it a ton, and then I think I got bored of it, or maybe because it's not summer, I don't wear it right now since it's been cold months, but I should wear this again because it's actually really nice. So Wulong Cha by Nishane. Every time I wore it, people actually wanted samples from me. They're like, hey, could you just make me a sample of that? Or like, I've given samples of this out because people liked it that much. I'll be like, you know what? If you like it that much, I'll bring you a sample. And if someone shows that they really, really like something that I'm rocking, I will literally give them a sample, no problem. I have empty decants and I just give away to people in my life to share the hobby, to share the love, to share the abundance that I have. Wulong Cha though, Nishane, Extrait de Parfum. Nothing wrong with this one at all. Lasts way longer than I expected it to. It's like an all day kind of affair here, and it's very, very light, nice fragrance. Somehow it lasts all day, and it's magical. Get a lot of great compliments on that. So guys, that's the most complimented of the year video. I'd say if I had to pick one, Reflection Man is my favorite of all of them. Reflection Man is just ridiculous. I don't get too many compliments on this, like from other people, but the few that I've gotten, people went and bought the bottle. They smelled this and were like, wow, that's great. And it's usually guys. Usually guys smell this on you and they like it. So didn't get featured in the video, but it's one of my favorites from the year that I picked up. It is very, very good though. I've gotten, even on the clones of it, I've gotten a lot of compliments on those over the last few years, but this one is the real bottle. I haven't had it for that long, so I can't say it's one of the most of the year, but it should be on this list, depending. When I wore this to Florida, the guy in Florida didn't even know English, and he was asking me about my fragrance, and I pulled it up on his phone, and I'm pretty sure he bought it right there, so, or at least he found it, and he was going to go buy it. So, yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those ones, so that'll be like an honorable mention. Anyway, guys, thanks for everything. If you made it this far, have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe, hit it up. You know what to do. Peace.